Hi, this is Hitman SOS, and today I'm going to be showing you my collection of Stone Cold Steve Austin action figures. It was a long time ago when I said that I was going to do this, but eventually I've actually got around to doing it. And I know a couple of people have left comments on past videos like asking me where it is, because it was like probably a year ago when I said I was going to do it, but here I am. I'm now going to do my Stone Cold Steve Austin collection. And the first figure I'm going to show you is this figure right here from the Jakks Classic Superstar series. It's from a double pack. It came with Bret Hart, which was an awesome version of Bret Hart. It was an awesome pack. From Survivor Series 97, I think, from an awesome match that Stone Cold had with Bret Hart. It did come with a couple of accessories. I think it came like with a steel chair, and I think it may have came with a Winged Eagle belt, and I think one of those like ring bell accessories that you used to get with some of the Jakks figures. Yeah, it's not a bad looking figure. He's got kind of an aggressive look on his face. Quite nice. Comes with the waistcoat. So it's kind of like one of those rubbery waistcoats. It's not that easy to get on and off. But I like this figure. I do like Stone Cold, and I like this figure. It's pretty awesome. Okay, the next figure I'm going to show you, it's an early version of Stone Cold. As you can see, he doesn't have the knee braces or anything, which he didn't have when he first became Stone Cold Steve Austin. This figure actually came in a 2-pack with Jake the Snake Roberts, which again was a pretty awesome pack. I love Jake the Snake. He's one of my favorite wrestlers, so to have Stone Cold and Jake the Snake in the same pack, that's awesome. Which again was quite a good match. I believe it was King of the Ring. I can't remember what year, 96 maybe. The $1 million belt doesn't actually come with the figure. I put that on there afterwards. If you're familiar with my videos, you may have seen this figure standing in my collection with this belt, because I think I've always had that belt with him. Because he was with the $1 Million Man when he first joined the WWF, and he did come to the ring with the belt sometimes. Fairly plain figure. Just a very basic Stone Cold figure. He's got a kind of an expressionless face. So not really much to say about this one. It's just a fairly plain figure. I still kind of like it though, but it's not the best Stone Cold I have. But it was a good pack, Stone Cold and Jake the Snake, from what I think was a good match. It was kind of when Stone Cold first kind of started becoming really popular, so that's pretty awesome. Okay, this is Stone Cold from the Stone Cold and Roddy Piper 2-pack. It's quite a nice figure. It makes a change to have him with his his shorts and his t-shirt on. So it's kind of unique. Not that unique. There are other figures, I guess, with this same attire, but it was an awesome pack, because again, I love Roddy Piper, so to have Roddy Piper and Stone Cold in the same pack, that's pretty awesome. Quite a nice version of Stone Cold. This is kind of like a more of a modern version of Stone Cold, because I know I haven't watched wrestling for like 10 years or more, but I know that Stone Cold was he was making quite a few appearances like a few years ago, probably 5-6 years ago now actually. And I know that Roddy Piper was, the Piper's Pit kind of made a comeback as well, and I guess this is from a moment when Austin appeared on the Piper's Pit. But like I say, quite a nice figure. Comes with this beer can accessory. He comes with like a little beer cooler accessory as well, which I don't have. Most of my accessories are packed away, so I don't have that to show you, but it's nothing special. Just literally a plain beer can, doesn't have anything on it. But like I say, you know, I like Stone Cold in this attire, and you know, I do like this figure. It's pretty cool. Okay, this is a WWE shop exclusive version of Stone Cold. I've still got this in the box somewhere. It comes in one of those small, like, internet exclusive boxes, you know, like the boxes that you can, like, you know, open up and reseal and put the figure back in the box if you want to. So that's pretty awesome. This was actually my favorite Stone Cold figure for quite a while. He comes with this a smoke and skull belt, which is kind of a deluxe painted belt, so that's pretty awesome. He's got this almost like a leather waistcoat, so that's very nice. Obviously it's not real leather, it's like some kind of fake leather, but you know, it's nice as opposed to the kind of like the rubber waistcoats that the figures usually come with. And he's got this kind of cocky face as well, kind of a smug, cocky looking face. So you know, it's pretty nice. He's got a little beer can there as well. So that's pretty awesome. I do really like this figure. It's still one of my favorite wrestling figures now, actually. But you know, since then I have had some other pretty cool Stone Cold figures. So but yeah, this one is really awesome. One of my favorites. Okay, again, this is again one of my favorite Stone Cold figures. This is actually a deluxe Stone Cold. This is the tribute to Stone Cold figure. This was one of the last figures to come out in the Jakks Classic Superstar series towards the end of 2009. You know, when they'd already found out that they'd lost the license and they weren't going to be making figures from 2010. So Jakks did actually get a little bit tight with the accessories when they found out that they'd lost the license, almost as if they didn't care and they were just being lazy. However, this figure came with more accessories than any wrestling figure I've ever seen before. He came with so many accessories that it actually came in a double pack sized pack, although there was only one figure in there. And he actually came with all these belts. You've got an Attitude Era belt. You've got a Intercontinental belt. You've got the Smoke and Skull belt. You've got a Tag Team belt. You've got the classic Winged Eagle belt, which is my favorite belt. It's the best looking heavyweight championship belt, I think. And you've got the $1 million belt. So it's all the belts that he held in the WWF. And it also comes with this little Hall of Fame plaque, which is pretty awesome. And also he comes with a removable t-shirt as well, Austin 316 on the front, and Stone Cold with the skull on the back. This figure is really awesome. I really love this. This is probably my favorite Stone Cold figure. He also comes with the kind of like realistic, like fake leather jacket as opposed to like having a rubber jacket. Obviously it's a deluxe figure, so it's got like the really good articulation. And he's actually got the same head, it looks like, as the figure I showed you previously, this guy over here. So it's almost like a deluxe version of that figure. But like I say, this figure is absolutely awesome. I love all the accessories he comes with, all the belts. You know, you can actually use these belts, put them on other figures if you want to. They're all painted deluxe belts. So, you know, that's really cool. And I believe this figure is actually very expensive to get hold of now. So, I was quite lucky to get one when they first came out. So, in fact, I have two. I've still got this figure mint on card, and I would love to show you the mint on card version, but my mint on card figures are packed away at the moment, so... But, you know, I love the way this figure was presented, so I would have liked to have shown you what he looked like in the package. But an absolutely awesome figure. I really love this one. Okay, this is the Mattel Stone Cold figure from the WWE Legends series. This one is actually the reissue version, which was renamed the Hall of Fame series, although it's exactly the same as the WWE Legends. They were packaged the same. It's just that it says Hall of Fame anywhere where it would have said WWE Legends. So it's exactly the same as the WWE Legends Stone Cold, which I think is awesome. You know, the WWE Legends, they have the good articulation, like, you know, just like the Jakks Deluxe figures and the Mattel Elite figures. So that's pretty cool. Very nice Stone Cold figure. I do like it. Comes with a stand. Comes with a gold stand, like what the Defining Moments figures come with, as opposed to the black stand. And like I say, it's got Hall of Fame written on there, as opposed to WWE Legends. And it comes with this t-shirt as well, which is pretty awesome. I must say the quality of this t-shirt probably isn't as good as the Jakks version, because it actually already looks a little bit worn out, and I've never even put it on the figure. But still awesome that he comes with that. And it also comes with a Hall of Fame plaque as well, which it's only made out of cardboard, so that kind of sucks, but I'm not going to complain because it's only a bonus accessory. They didn't have to, you know, include that. I guess because this is the Hall of Fame series, they put the little Hall of Fame plaques in with the figures. So I guess the Legends version wouldn't have came with that. But a very nice figure, and it's quite a rare, expensive figure to get hold of now. So, you know, but hopefully they will reissue the WWE Legends, because some of them are quite hard to get hold of now. Okay, this is Mattel Defining Moments Stone Cold. I really love this figure. You know, I love his attire. It's you know, it's nice to see Stone Cold in you know, not wearing his standard, you know, black trunks and black boots. I believe this is where he like come down to the ring with a beer truck, and I think he you know, he had like a fireman's hose and he squirted like I think it was Vince McMahon and The Rock with beer. So, you know, it was quite an entertaining and quite a good moment. Comes with a nice little removable baseball cap. You know, says Stone Cold Steve Austin on there. I don't know if you can see that. You know, he's got the removable jacket, the removable t-shirt, comes with a gold chain. A lot of people might not know, but Brian Pillman actually bought this gold chain for Stone Cold when he was still in WCW as the Hollywood Blondes. But an awesome figure. I really like this one. You know, it's different to the others, so, and I'm a big Stone Cold fan, so for me that's awesome. Okay, now this is actually the very first wrestling figure that I bought as an adult. I've had it for more than 10 years now, and it's one of those back-talking crushers. I don't know if anybody remembers those, but I don't know if this still works. No, I guess the batteries are run out, but it takes you know, it takes like those little watch batteries, about 4 batteries I think. Basically you turn his head to activate the figure, and you know, you bend his arms and you bend his legs, and you know, he says phrases like, "Hey, that's Stone Cold's arm," and "Hey, let go of my leg," and "Hey, that's my neck," and you know, when you touch the various you know, parts of his body, his arms, his legs, basically his arms, legs, and his neck. So and I bought this figure all those years ago because I actually thought this at that time was actually a very nice and a very realistic looking figure compared to other wrestling figures that were around at the time. So I didn't actually start collecting action figures when I bought this. I bought this, and I think I got 2 others, and that was it. That was all I had for you know, years after, until I started getting into the Jakks Classic Superstars series. So you know, that was you know, it's still quite a nice looking figure now. So okay, here we have the Hollywood Blondes. We've got Stunning Steve Austin as opposed to Stone Cold Steve Austin, which is how he was known in the beginning of his career. This is the Hollywood Blondes, Stunning Steve Austin and Flying Brian Pillman. And I was very pleased to get hold of these because you know, they're probably quite rare now. I don't know, but you know, they were an awesome tag team, and they are pretty cool figures. So you know, I guess they're probably not that easy to get hold of now. I actually bought mine loose off eBay, so I don't know what accessories or anything they came with. But to have a Stunning Steve Austin figure, I think that's awesome. I would have liked it if Jack's done like an earlier version of Stunning Steve Austin. When I first started watching wrestling, he had kind of like long blonde hair, and he always come to the ring like with a robe. And I think his wife actually used to escort him to the ring as well. So it would have been awesome actually maybe to get a 2-pack with him and his wife, who I believe was known as Jeannie. But yeah, very nice looking figures. You know, especially Austin. I'm not that keen on Pillman's face, but you know, still very nice. I had to have these because I am a big fan of Austin, and to have like Stunning Steve Austin, I think that was awesome for Jax to do that. Okay, this is also Flying Brian Pillman. As you can see, it's virtually the exact same figure as the one that comes in the Hollywood Blondes. I've noticed that this version has blue eyes, whereas this version has brown eyes. So I don't know what color his eyes were, but this is basically how Flying Brian Pillman looked when I first started watching wrestling, and he was actually one of my favorite wrestlers at that time. He was actually, you know, he was actually pretty good, and he was kind of like a young rookie babyface type guy at that time. So, you know, I'm not really a fan of him, you know, like when he was in WWF and he was this kind of annoying kind of guy who always seemed to be pissed off and angry, and you know, I didn't really like him much then. But you know, it's awesome to have like an old school Brian Pillman from when I first started watching wrestling. And I've also got this old WCW figure that I've had since I was a kid. Virtually the same version as the Jax Brian Pillman. You know, he's got the kind of tiger pattern on his trunks. All the old WCW figures, they come with these WCW belts, just a standard WCW belt. So I've had this since I was a kid, and I'm just pleased that I still have it. And you know, Brian Pillman's no longer with us, which is sad. So it's always nice to have action figures of guys who have passed away. And that is all of my loose Stone Cold Steve Austin and Brian Pillman figures, but I do have some mint on card figures to show you, so I'll show you them right now. Okay, this is the LJN style Stone Cold, which I believe was actually the first Stone Cold figure that they'd done in the standard Classic Superstar series, the single series. You know, it kind of sucks. I never really liked these LJN style figures when they first started doing them, because you know, they're just like big lumps of rubber, and they don't have no articulation, and they're not very realistic looking. They're kind of like almost like cartoony versions of the characters. But you know, I mean, now looking back on it, I think it's pretty cool because it's kind of a unique series of figures within a series of figures, if you know what I mean. Okay, and next is this is series 18 Stone Cold from the Classic Superstar series. This figure is exactly the same as the figure that comes in the Bret Hart double pack, apart from the fact that he's got like a different like pattern on his waistcoat. You know, he's got like red writing on there. It comes with a little beer can accessory. So pretty cool figure, but like I say, I actually already had it because I had the you know, the Stone Cold and Bret Hart double pack. So that's the main reason why I kept this one in the box. Okay, this is Series 22, Classic Superstars. Again, this is exactly the same figure as the previous figure I just showed you. It's the same figure that comes in the Bret Hart 2-pack. This one does actually come with a Smoke and Skull Championship belt, which is the non-painted version because it's the standard series of Classic Superstars. But like I said before, this is actually a pretty cool figure. But you know, it's actually the third time I've got this exact figure. You know, and this one is literally the exact same figure as the one that comes in the 2-pack. He's even got the same waistcoat. Okay, and this is the Series 1 Deluxe Stone-Cold. This is actually my most expensive Stone Cold figure, and one of the most expensive figures that I have actually. Comes with you know, the ring skirt for the official scale ring. It's the only one of these I have, so I never opened it up because it was so expensive. And the thing that pisses me off is I actually saw this figure in the store when it first came out, and I didn't really like the look of it, so I didn't buy it. And I wasn't really collecting the deluxe figures at the time, so I thought, you know, I'd hold out for like you know, a standard version of Stone Cold. And I never thought this was a particularly great looking figure neither, so, but you know, because I kind of started becoming a more avid collector, I ended up getting it and paying quite a lot of money for it. Comes with a painted version of the Smoke and Skull belt. So and that's all of my Stone Cold figures. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry it took so long. It was probably about a year ago, maybe even more than a year ago, when I said I was going to do this. So I do apologize for the delay. And I just want to say thank you for watching.